What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Patriot Pride channel. How are you doing this week, Mike?
I'm doing good.
Thanks for joining in again. Tonight, we are going to do another tasting if you're up for it. Are you up for it, Mike?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? Did you have fun on that last one?
I did.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the tasting more than I enjoyed that daggum Yeti. What was in my Yeti?
Tub.
Old tub, old grandma.
Old granddad 114, yeah. That was a tough night for you.
Yeah.
Before we even got up here, right?
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. So, but the Elijah Craig was good, though, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we got into some different versions of Elijah Craig, so it was good. I mean, but you did learn something interesting where
I like rye.
You do like rye, so that was good that you were open to that, right?
Yeah, because I could have swore I was not gonna like rye before that.
Yeah, you were totally like, I'm gonna like the bourbon. I can already tell you.
Yeah.
Right?
And you were like, that's the rye.
Yeah, I was like, because I knew. I mean, you and I have a lot, kind of a similar palate, so I knew. I thought, I'm like, I think he's gonna like this rye a little bit better. So yeah, that was interesting. So that just tells everybody out there that be open to if you're tasting these things, be open to the notes that.
Most definitely.
Don't just go into it with a preconceived notion.
So this is like my third tasting now?
This will be the Patriot Pride Whiskey's third tasting. So I'm so proud of you, man. But tonight you actually did have something better previously, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we had the Sazerac again.
Yes.
So, but even though it was still with diet caffeine-free Coke.
Hey, it was a whole lot better than what I had the other night.
Yeah. So we've had a good time tonight, right? We
had a good cigar.
Had a good two good cigars. Yeah.
I had 2 cigars.
So that's another interesting thing. So we have spoken a little bit before about this. They're very affordable.
They're after having the $12 cigar.
Yeah.
$14, I think is what it ended up cost me.
Yeah.
After having it, which I thought was like my favorite cigar. Then I smoked the one from the same company.
Drew Estates, yeah.
Yeah, and I really couldn't tell much difference.
Yeah.
For the price, I was like, this might be my favorite cigar.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So we got a bundle. You got a bundle, thanks, of the Drew Estates factory smokes, the sweets, and we compared it to we both like the Fat Bottom Betty's, right,
yes.
by Drew Estates. And honestly, man, for the price, you can't go wrong with the factory smokes.
No.
I mean, they're like, I don't know, $3-ish a stick, where the Fat Bottom Betties are, like you said, they're 12.
They actually burned really well.
They do. They burn very consistently, and they have a consistent taste throughout the entire cigar.
Yeah.
So again, for $2 or $3, sometimes you can find them online for actually about $2 if you buy enough of them per stick. So for $2 to $3 a stick compared to $13 or $14 a stick for the Fat Bottom Betties, you really can't.
And it's a bigger cigar.
It is, yeah.
You get a longer smoke.
Yeah. So we enjoyed that. We watched some UFC, right?
That dude got knocked out.
He did. So Alex Pajea was going back to try to redeem his title tonight.
Yeah, trying. He did.
He did a really good job. Yeah,
30 seconds or something.
Yeah, it was crazy. He went in there. I've never seen him fight like that before.
It was impressive. He threw that overhand right, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that was it. Dude just stopped. He just did not want to fight anymore. Alex was coming down on him with everything really, and none of that really landed cleanly. But
the body shots.
The body shot guy.
Yeah, the 2 body elbows, body shots. Probably broke a rib.
Or 2. Yeah. But dude's like, I don't want to fight anymore. So he
didn't even protest it. He didn't. No. Even 5 minutes afterwards, he was like, what happened?
Yeah, yeah. And that guy's a tough guy.
Yeah, he beat him before.
Yeah. Yeah, he beat Alex to get the belt, and then Alex beat him tonight to get it back. So I'm sure they'll have a trilogy. So
there's no trilogy after that one.
It'll be a good fight. I don't know what.
It was 30 seconds.
It was literally.
I can tell you what was wrong with him.
He got hit in the ear.
Rocked.
Yeah, he really did. Yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough one to come back from. But anyway, so what else? Anything else exciting this week happened for you this past week?
Devin had a football game. So he actually, this was probably the best game he played. just due to the fact of he wasn't a feature, right? Like he didn't do anything spectacular, but as far as blocking and making tackles and doing what he needed to do to help get the win, he's used to getting the ball, if that makes sense.
Right.
And they used him more as a decoy. And to be 10, not knowing why you aren't getting the ball, he took it with just, like a champ, and was like, hey, I'd rather have the win than.
That's awesome.
So.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. Yeah, he's a great athlete, man, and a great kid. That's more important than anything. He's just a great kid.
Then we got to go. Yesterday I had a crazy day with the cryo, and we had to go spray Parkview High School. And then on the way back, I got a phone call from, actually right before I left, I got a text message saying that I needed to call somebody because they needed me to come spray a guy that was in town. And I really didn't know the name, so I asked the head coach up there, and they were like, yeah, you need to call him. And come to find out, I do know his company that he owns. I just didn't know who ran it. And so shout out to Route Kings. He was amazing. He trains a lot of pro athletes and high school and college athletes. He runs a big camp once a year. It's called Under the Lights. And everybody who's worth anything, they come out and they have like Rivals and 24/7 and all them like reporters writing. And so depending on how you do, they'll do a write-up about you and all that kind of stuff. And last year, I think they did 25 write-ups, and after the write-up, all 25 of them got some type of an offer.
Wow.
So he'll be working with Devin this offseason. That we're already setting that up. But he has a son who plays at Ole Miss.
Okay.
And they had a bye week this week, so he needed me to come up and just spray him and do some maintenance, but it was awesome. Devin got to go out and hang out with them, and we got to take his best friend, and they got to hang out on the sideline with some pretty cool dudes.
Nice. What an experience he is getting at his age, being able to go on the sidelines of all of these games.
They're elite programs, like
right, yeah, for sure.
And every school that I work with just like took him in as like one of their own. They got him a jersey, and they let him run out of the tunnel and all that kind of stuff. So it's a pretty cool experience, and he gets to see so Douglas, they have two elite, I'm talking about elite wide receivers. One's committed to Texas A&M, which I actually got him to send JT a video saying that he'd be there. Can't wait to meet him, this, that, and the others. And he's probably Texas A&M's biggest recruit coming in. And so he gave JT a shout out, and it was pretty cool to just sit there and watch. And I sent it to him, and he's like, I hope you aren't telling him all this stuff trying to build me. I said, dude, I'm just telling him you're going to Texas A&M.
That's awesome, man. Well, good for them, man. That's like I said, that's a great experience for them. Definitely something that they'll always remember. So
yeah, most definitely.
A blessing to be able to be involved with those programs.
It has been, and like I said, we've only been doing it. I've always been into the sports side of things, but we've only been doing the cryo and all since March, and to be able to just it's a God thing.
Yeah,
100%.
For sure.
Because everything has fallen into place. So, one of my best friends, she actually has IV therapy. So she does the IVs in the morning, and then I'll come up and spray in the afternoons, get ready right before the game or something, and then.
Nice. Can you imagine when we were in school having those types of opportunities? I remember my pregame was eating the largest thing of what are those things called? That it's like a sugar, pixie sticks. That was my pregame momentum was the largest pixie stick I could find.
You crashed hard.
I did. But nowadays, these kids are getting IV therapy, cryotherapy. I'm like,
you get IV therapy, cryotherapy. They do yoga on Wednesdays.
Unbelievable.
They do cupping, dry needling, like it.
Wow.
It's crazy. But there again, just how it's changed in the last 10 years, right? Like,
sure.
So I was in it 10 years ago, and then moved into the kind of more of the baseball and softball world. And now that Devin's playing football, getting back more into the football side of things. And I mean, we went up to Douglas, and they have a whole building that's just football operations.
Right.
Like, it's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
But to see that, you would think that the way all of them get treated, I mean, they get nutrition, they get all this kind of stuff, but they're the most humble kids. Like, they know, like, hey, I get an opportunity that most kids don't at the elite programs, right? And that's why everybody's like, if you're good, like, that's why you want to go.
Sure.
But they're humble, and they're thankful, and they're yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, and just to see them, the elite programs, and the way the coaches are coaching them to, I told one of them's coach the other day, I was like, hey, I'm impressed with their athletic ability, but I'm more impressed of, like, who they are becoming. Because you can see a lot of great athletes that just, I'm a great athlete, I'm not going to work as hard.
Sure.
The ones there, and that's why I love taking Devin, because the ones that are great are the ones who are working the hardest.
Well, and that's a great point, but what I was going to mention is, with the kids being humble like that, that goes to show you the great coaching, I think, that goes along with that they're getting. So shout out to all of those coaches that are coaching these kids, because, at the end of the day, when I was coaching, we wanted to win, but and a lot of people will say, and maybe at some point in time I would have said winning is everything, but winning is really not everything. It's teaching those kids how to be better men.
Well, one of my I'll call him my mentor, that's in the coaching realm, who he just builds programs. His head coach of Parkview, his name's Coach Clack, and he does a podcast and stuff like that. And I just saw a reel, and it was talking about failure, and he said failure is just an opportunity for you to see what you need to improve on. And it hit me like a ton of bricks when he said it, because this guy he was the head coach at Milton before Milton was Milton. And he helped build that program, and just now he's at Parkview, and to see them transpire and what they're doing and trying to build a culture.
Sure.
If you don't know how to win, it's hard to win. For instance, Parkview, last night I got a text message from him this morning, and he was like, we led 40 minutes of that game. They ended up getting beat. But he was like, we just ran out of gas. Like, the week before, they were playing their crosstown rivals, and they technically beat them in every statistic, every category. They beat them on the field. They just didn't beat them on the scoreboard. And it was why and how. And so me and Devin were sitting up in the press box watching the game, and I got to talk to him. So that happened not this past Friday, but the Friday before. And then I came up this past Friday, and I sprayed him, and we just talk, game plan, and talk about, like, what happened. And he made an awesome analogy, and it truly made me think. Like, he was talking about, failure, or talking about just in general people doing something, and you make a bad play, and it sticks with you.
Right.
But it also happens when you do something good. For instance, we were using the analogy of, the Georgia wide receiver that dropped that ball. He was a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the fact that he was almost surprised that it worked, right? Like, so, and we were talking about and when I say that it worked, that he got that open.
Right, yeah.
And truly, some of the hardest catches that you can make are when they're wide open.
Right.
And I was
For sure. Yeah.
I was bragging to Coach Clack about his quarterback, and his quarterback is a junior, and this is the first year that he's ever started. He's always played and this, that, and the other, but it's truly starting and that's a 7A program, and they're trying to build something. And he threw balls that were just, I was almost like, wow. And
Yeah.
he's not the best player on the field, but he plays the quarterback position like nobody else. Like right now, he's just hot. And he was making some throws, and he threw a post in the end zone, freshman, and you could almost see as soon as he broke open that he was surprised that he got that open, because who they were playing, they crosstown rivals, right? Like you're like, oh, here's my chance, here's my chance, here's my chance. Oh, boom, dropped it.
Yeah.
And how I watched Coach Clack love on him after he dropped it, like, expect it to work now. Right? Like, we go in an investment, or you do something, in business, and you're like, I'm going to try this and see if it works. And when it works, you're almost like, oh my God, it worked.
Right, yeah.
And but at the same time, if it didn't work, you're like, oh my God, I failed. Right? And,
yeah.
Or I made a bad decision,
Yeah.
or I made a this. And if it works one way, it's got to work the other. And that's kind of what we were talking about just in general, like how you handle that emotion dictates a lot of the time, or how you look at it, half full or half empty.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times people say failure, but in my opinion, what I've always coached my kids when I've coached is you really don't fail until you quit.
Right.
There's just a lot of missed opportunities that you go through, but those are also all learning opportunities. So you don't actually fail until you just give up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's always kind of been the way that I teach things.
Well, that guy failed today.
The
guy who just got he literally did not want anymore.
He did not. He failed.
And you talking about that, and that was the light heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
And he had never been knocked out. He'd never stopped before.
And he was on a 14
like
streak fight, and like you just never know.
Yeah.
And one of the things I kind of told Devin today, right? Like when we talked after the game, I said this in the previous, I always kind of grade Devin based off of like his practice performance or this, that, and the other. I don't tell him what he does wrong. I don't tell him what he does right. Just due to the fact of, I don't know if he's wanting to hear it from coach or if he's wanting to hear it from dad.
Right, yeah.
So I just told him like, hey, I gave him an A overall for today. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, why? And I was like, because your body language. Because I knew deep down you wanted to make some plays, but you did what was better off for the team. And he was like, but I didn't catch a pass. I didn't do anything. And I was like, y'all scored 12 points. And for you to do that, and it was a really good team that we were playing. That team we played actually won the whole thing last year.
Oh, wow.
And I just told him, I was like, there will be times, just be ready when he calls your number.
That's right, yeah.
And
well, the contribution that he was giving was immeasurable, and at him being 10 years old, being okay with him not actually having the ball, but knowing he's contributing.
Right.
He's so much wiser, but beyond his years right now. And that's from the coaching that you've given him. So
well, it's just trying to say, hey, be ready when your number's called.
Right, for sure.
Be ready when your number's called.
Yeah.
And he, like I said, he normally, he'll touch the ball 5, 6 7 times a game, and he didn't this last game. And
Right.
the way he handled it was what gave him an A.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, it was probably one of the best games that he played, just due to the fact of, like, I went back and watched film, and like, he was blocking downfield, and he was doing the things that he's supposed to be doing.
Right.
Or, he was going in motion, getting the fake handoff, and
Yeah.
they're rocking with him. And
He was fundamentally sound.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, good for him. So, I had a pretty good week as well with Patriot Pride. So, went up to the co-packing company, and we got the finalized.
You went Wednesday, right?
Went Wednesday, got the finalized recipes for both of the rubs and both of the sauces.
Okay.
So they'll be bottling those and hopefully be picking those up next week. So
when are they going to hit shelves?
So hopefully hit shelves. I've got a couple of or a few places that are already wanting some. So I would hope the goal would be, so picking them up next week, the week following that, some local stores will be hopefully having them in.
Oh, you're going to have them on the website?
Yeah, for sure. So they will be, and that's a good point. They will be on www.patriotprideusa.org. They'll be on the website with all of the other merch. And good segue into the other merch that we had. We talked a little bit last week or last episode about I was getting some more hats. And
that's the hat?
Yeah, so this is one of the new hats. And I got to give a huge shout out to G&M Embroidery. They're actually local. The gentleman's name is Byron Blanco. He is a great, great guy. So I want to shout out to him for he's sponsoring this episode.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, of our.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, Byron, we really
appreciate it. I need me a hat, though. As you can see, I got.
Well, your hoodie does look good.
Hey, I'm rocking that. I'm rocking that.
You are sporting some Patriot Pride merch today, so thank you for that. But yeah, got a shout out to Byron. Byron, thank you so much. And we will be getting more. So we've got some of these hats that I have on in gray and black. So
the black one looked really good.
Yeah, black looks good too. We've got some of these newer shirts and hoodies on the website as well.
You showed me the logo for the.
Yeah, I really like. You saw the logo for Patriot Pride Barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited. A lot of new things coming down the pipe. So again, the most important thing for you guys that are watching, if you could please just make sure. A lot of the people that are watching are not subscribed yet. So if you'll just please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share the link with anyone that you may think be interested in this episode, that would really help us out a lot. So anybody,
I actually had somebody. My mom sent me a text today and was like, "Hey, what's that podcast y'all doing?" I had somebody ask me about it today.
Yeah, so we're actually making a lot of traction. So shout out to everybody watching. We really appreciate it. I've actually had a few people call me this week wanting to know how they can help, and had a gentleman that he actually is a veteran, and he's got some veteran friends that want to contribute and help some families out. So that's awesome. Yeah, so making a lot of traction. So we really appreciate that. Again, on www.patriotprideusa.org, there's a link to go on there to contact us, to share your stories if you'd like to share your stories, and actually maybe come on the podcast at some point and share your story, which in hopes could reach other people that may be going through something that you went through and help them, through those difficult times. If you'd like to donate or you'd like to help out in some way, there's a link there on the website as well. So we really appreciate that. And
that's big.
Again, I can't say enough. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you coming on here and helping out. We have a blast. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, but anyway, we're going to get into the third tasting tonight. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to taste. You're going to blind taste Buffalo Trace. Okay. They're both bourbons and Weller Special Reserve.
Now, Buffalo Trace makes a
lot of different things.
Van Winkle.
That's all at the Buffalo Trace distillery. Yeah. So Buffalo Trace actually makes the Weller.
Is that the one that had the documentary about stuff getting stolen?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
The Pappy Van Winkle, on Netflix. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. So it's a pretty interesting documentary. But I'm excited or interested to know how you're going to like this tonight. So,
and both of these are from Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace, yeah. One is actually called Buffalo Trace, and the other one is Weller Special Reserve. So the Weller, this is the entry level Weller, and it goes on up from there. It's got the Weller Special Reserve. It's got the Weller 12 year. It's got the Antique.
What's the red?
107.
What's the red?
The red one's the Antique 107.
Okay.
And those are more and more hard to find nowadays, especially around here. And you can find this Weller Special Reserve around here. It's pretty readily available, but some states you can't. So it's just according to what market you're in.
Gotcha.
And then it goes on up from there into your other lines. So Buffalo Trace makes all types of stuff. So I'm just really interested to see. And these are lower proof, just your quintessential bourbons. Both of them I like a lot.
So I don't have a rye today?
You don't have a rye today. So this one's actually a wheated bourbon. I'm not big on wheated bourbons, but this one's pretty good. And this was just a regular, like quintessential. When you think of bourbon, it's the Buffalo Trace is just your run of the mill bourbon, and I like both of them a lot. So I'm interested to see which one that you on your palate or
what did you have today?
Today, when we were downstairs, I had 4-Gate 7-year rye. So it's
And you said you like the 7 better than the 8?
Yeah, so I initially had a friend. I'm gonna shout out to William Ayers. He's one of my really good buddies, and they have a bourbon club that
Okay.
they get together, buy a lot of bottles, and he may be on this episode or one of these episodes at some point in time. But they've got a lot of stuff, and he brings a bottle to a gathering that we have once a week, and he brought a bottle of the 4-Gate 8-year rye. And I really liked it. And so I went to one of my local spots here, and I was looking for it everywhere. And he had gotten the last one, and I was kind of getting on him under my breath. But they had the 7-year. And they had a really good deal on it. So I got the 7-year, brought it home, and opened it up, and it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I went back and bought like 4 more bottles of it. And so then when I went back the last time, they actually had some more 8-year, and I bought a bottle of it. And I came home and I compared the two, and I like the 7-year better than the 8-year. So you never know, you never know. And that's what's so good about blinding these is, you may get a preconceived notion of what you like, knowing what it is.
Well, it's like last week.
Yeah, there may be a hype behind it. You hear something and you drink it, you're like, oh, that's so good. But when you don't know what you're drinking, that really shows you exactly, do you really like it or not?
Going back watching what you posted last week, and I literally was like, well, I know I'm going to like the bourbon. Like,
yeah.
There's no... And then I ended up liking the rye better than the bourbon.
Yeah.
Which the bourbon was good.
Yeah. It was interesting, though, right?
Yeah, it was.
So let's take this first glass here. I know which ones are what, but you don't. So let's go ahead and nose this, and let's see what you get out of the nose on this one.
Ooh. Alcohol.
Yeah, I definitely get ethanol on it. Can you pull anything else out? Again, I know how deep you like to go, but try to remember, don't go so deep, and then bring it across your nose. You know what I mean? Smell it from one nostril to the next. So can you get anything else other than ethanol out of this?
I want to say I get like a Swedish, like a sweet. I don't know if it's a caramel or a...
That's a great point. I get that as well. I do initially get the ethanol, but then as that's kind of dying down a little bit,
do you close your eyes?
Sometimes I do. Yeah, sometimes I do. I know the lights are, thanks to Birdie again, you can't really tell whether your eyes are open or not.
Yeah, sure. I wouldn't be able to sit here if it wasn't. I don't know how you do. Are you blind?
They are kind of bright tonight.
They're bright every night.
They're bright tonight, yeah. So yeah, I get a little sweet on it. You can't bring out any specific note though, as far as the sweetness goes.
No.
I get a little caramel.
That was what I said.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd say caramel.
Yeah. So that's good. I get a little caramel. Definitely sweet. I can get the barrel a little bit too. Can you tell? Can you smell the oak at all?
I don't smell the oak,
Yeah.
but I hardly ever smell the oak.
Right.
I can taste the oak sometimes.
Yeah. I'm getting a little bit of a fruit smell as well.
A fruit smell?
Yeah. It's either I know it's kind of weird, but it's either an apple-ish or a cherry. I can't pick out which one it is. Can you pick?
What is an apple or a cherry?
It's I'm trying to get there.
They're both red.
I'm trying to get there. I don't know which one it is yet.
I'm smelling a red fruit.
Red fruit. I think it may be a little more apple. Can you smell any fruit at all on that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, let's taste it then. Cheers. What do you get on that?
I don't taste caramel.
All right, I got a funny taste. I got an interesting taste on the palate here. Really prominent of a specific thing I'm thinking about. I'm gonna see if you can bring anything out of that, especially on the back end.
I get a cinnamon on the back end.
Exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, on the front end, I get a little barrel, but on the back end, I get almost like. Do you know when we were little and your mom or whoever would give you cough medicine?
Yeah.
It's almost like that cinnamon-ish or whatever on that real strong cough medicine we used to get when we were little. Can you get that at all?
I mean, I'm not a big cinnamon person, so I try to kind of stay away from the cinnamon.
But you remember that real strong medicinal, like medicine-y taste, when you had to take cough medicine back in the day?
I taste a tussin.
You let that tussin get in there.
I taste a tussin.
What do you think about this?
It's okay. It's not my favorite.
Just there? Yeah. Maybe go in for one more.
I taste the red cinnamon.
Yeah.
You know, like the
Red Hots?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or like the red wrapping candy.
Yeah.
Cinnamon with the...
Yeah.
You remember? I forgot all about them Red Hots.
Red Hots. I love Red Hots, man. I still like them if I can find them nowadays.
I'm not big on cinnamon.
You don't like Big Red?
I'm more of a juicy fruit type guy.
Juicy fruit.
I like when I got ready to go out back in the day, I'd put some Big Red in. So it
Of course. Because Big Red lasts forever. You know what I mean? You could get a 5-stick pack of Big Red.
You know what? I don't mean to cut you off, but tell you how old I am. I remember going.
I think they know.
Going when we got to school, like there were cinnamon.
Now remember, I'm from Royston.
You would have had these. They were like a cinnamon toothpick. We had cinnamon toothpicks.
Dude, where do you guys get all this fancy stuff from?
We had cinnamon toothpicks that we would just chew on when we were in class.
You had straws of candy canes and cinnamon toothpicks.
The straws of candy canes were it was a soft candy cane.
This is Oconee County for you.
It was like a really soft candy cane, and it was about yay long, and you would just put it in lemonade and you would drink it. It was actually your taste buds went wild.
I bet it would be a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, it was like, whoa.
Maybe one day I can try one of those.
Yeah, you get them. Stripling's, I'm sure, has them. You buy them in like a tub.
Mike, not everybody can shop at Stripling's. Some people have to shop at Walmart. I only shop at the most expensive store around here.
No, I just stop and get it on the way to your house.
Listen, I would have to go all the way to Walmart to get something to be able to afford it. And I'd have to go. This literally is what I would used to do back in the day. This is how dumb I used to be.
No, hold on.
I would go all the way to Walmart to pay 50 cents cheaper for something.
But you would spend $3 in gas.
Yeah, I don't know why I used to do those things, man.
Dude, when we would get ready to go somewhere, like we would go out, we'd go to a concert, we'd go downtown, we'd go, like, you wouldn't eat. You wouldn't eat at all.
Yeah.
or you might be like, this one hamburgers were like 99 cents at McDonald's. You'd be like, I'll take 3 of them 99 cents.
Listen, I'm
I would
thrifty,
order-
man.
I would eat Locos every day.
Every day, man. You were so generous too. You would always buy my lunch.
But I'm not gonna eat.
And not let other. I know you bought everybody's lunch there at the shop. I remember that.
Yeah,
Everybody, and that's
every-
why more and more people would start showing up every day.
Every day, people were like. Next thing you know, it was like me and you and Phil, and then all of a sudden, it's me,
Yeah.
you, Phil, and Willie, and then all of a sudden, it was me, you, Phil, and Willie, and everybody's cousins and brothers,
Yeah.
and it was like 25 people.
There were
I
a lot of
remember
people.
I paid $700 for a lunch one day from Locos.
I don't doubt that.
But I'm just the type. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to order something and see
Yeah, you're right.
have somebody. I'm just not.
That's where you and I are different. I got to be more like you, man.
You,
As I get older, though, I'm getting a little bit better.
you,
I've
don't-
gotten
you-
a little bit better.
dude. I've blown so much money on
I know.
on people that didn't.
You have.
I didn't.
I will
nothing to.
admit that you've been very, very generous throughout these years.
I just hope it'll
to
come back
everybody.
one day.
Oh, it will. It definitely will. It's already come back
Yeah.
in many different ways. Anyway, back to this. So it's okay, right?
I mean, I like mine with ice in it.
Mm.
If I'm gonna,
But let me ask you why. If you know why I don't put ice in it initially, do you know why I don't?
I don't.
Okay. So the reason that I don't put ice in mine, especially when we're doing this, is because obviously the ice is going to melt, so it's just going to dilute your flavor. So you're not going to get a good baseline of actually what it tastes like. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, but I used to put mine on the rocks, everything I drink on the rocks, until I started understanding, you're not really getting. And so a lot of people with the higher proof stuff, they'll put a couple of drops of water in it, or they'll put, it on the rocks. I don't do that because if I want to drink something, I want to get the actual
I
flavor.
mean, you like want your mouth on fire.
I love
like
it, man.
the stuff. Like I'm just not that.
Dude, if I'm going to drink alcohol, I want to be able to taste alcohol. I want it to be like these.
But I want it to take like
these, to me, honestly, these taste very watered down to me.
Yeah, because you had 100 and what was the proof I took a shot of?
I don't know, 128 maybe. I don't know, 130.
Like I like that 94.
Yeah, but as you get, honestly, probably as we progress into this, because I was the same way at first, and most people are. But as you progress, you'll probably starting.
Let's try the other.
All right. So that was, well, I can't tell you what that was yet, but so yeah, so that one was one of them. Let's see if we can get any other notes on this one, any different notes on this one.
This doesn't smell as alcohol. Whatever you call it, whatever you say, it's not. It doesn't take my breath away when I.
Not as strong,
Yeah.
basically, as the other one.
Yeah.
Not as much ethanol. Yeah, it does seem a lot lighter, doesn't it? Can you get any actual notes out of it?
What the hell was that?
Speaking of, so fun fact. Before we came on, there was a fan going on in the house, right?
Dude, and then Alexa said you had an airplane.
He was asking Alexis all.
I didn't ask.
all kind of
I didn't
all
ask.
kind-
I asked Alexis to turn off the dryer because you said to turn off the fan in the bedroom, and I
Yeah.
said turn off the dryer, and they were like, "Sorry, Mr. Adam, his plane is taking off."
It did say that.
And I was like, Alexa, when did Adam get a plane? In 2000 and... See?
Brought the A500 to market in 2005.
2005, see?
Federal certification of its A700 very light jet when it shut down.
And said you flew across the
In
state
2005.
in
so
6
obviously-
hours.
Well,
Dude, I've known you forever. When did...
listen,
like,
I
when you
try
get
to be
home-
modest, man. You know what I mean?
I'm like... So I just started carrying on a conversation with Alexa about when you got your plane.
No, that's pretty good. All right, so do you...
Oh,
This one is it is definitely
it's a
not
lighter.
It's not as pungent.
Pungent. Air quote pungent?
Not as strong.
I smell floral.
I smell a little bit of floral. I definitely don't smell as much alcohol, and I
I
don't.
think I'm gonna like this better.
I don't smell. I don't get a lot of barrel on this one either.
I don't get a lot. I don't smell any cinnamon.
Yeah, I don't get any char on this one. Do you?
I
Like
don't ever.
oak, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't ever get smell the oak.
Yeah. All right, let's go in for a taste. You ready?
Yeah.
Cheers.
I like that. I get a tang. Almost
Completely different. Than
like
the
an
other one.
orange. I get
I could get that. Yeah.
almost like when you like an orange peel.
Yeah.
It's a sweetish tart type.
I definitely can get that. Yeah. I see what you're saying. It's definitely a different flavor, right?
I can even almost taste some peach in it.
I get a peach. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this a lot better. It tastes cool.
I don't taste a lot of alcohol at all on this one. It's very
tastes
smooth.
It tastes cool,
Cool as in
like just refreshing.
refreshing. Not hot or burning as
yeah,
it goes
it's
down.
just
Yeah.
it's a mild, refreshing. I could drink this on a hot day.
And it definitely has a distinct different flavor than the other one.
This is a orange,
Mm.
peachish.
It is. I can get that. It really is.
You know,
That's
like,
very good.
You
Good
know,
point.
like when you bite into a peach that's not
The
fully
zest. Yeah.
that's not fully ripe. Like it's a little.
Right.
There's a light tart to it. It's crazy. It's almost like a wintergreen, like a just a.
Definitely a different flavor for sure. Interesting.
I could see the first one.
Yeah.
Drinking it in the winter, like it's hot. This would be more like a spring type summer drink that you could just be sitting out at a barbecue.
Isn't that amazing how it's all alcohol, right? And I bet
It's wild.
I bet before we started doing this type of thing, you would have never thought that you could get different flavors and you could see yourself in different seasons.
No.
Even that you could be drinking this on a hot day or you could be drinking this on a cold day. Isn't it crazy?
It's cool. It's a cool, refreshing
Right.
type.
It's just amazing to me. It's a learning experience as you go through this.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Because I'm as new to this as
You're all about the Crown.
that's a. Give me a crown.
Yeah.
Give me Crown.
Yeah.
But see, like I can tell as I got older. Like I used to drink Crown and Coke, and then I went to Crown and Sprite.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And in between that, I actually went Crown and Mountain Dew. Like,
Okay.
I went with a Crown and just a splash of Mountain Dew. Now I'm drinking, and my friends will take a sip of it at times, and they'll be like, because it's not what they. I'll do like a Crown Apple.
Yeah.
With a splash of Sprite and a little bit of cranberry.
Okay.
And that's what I drink usually now all the time.
Yeah.
And it's more of like when I go in and order, but now that I'm going in, go to eat or sit down, go to the office. I ain't been to the office in like a month, by the way.
We should go there soon.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Bridget she's amazing.
She's one of your real good friends.
Yeah, she's one of the bartenders there.
Yeah. Okay.
She's awesome. Her kids play in our baseball organization.
That's right. Yeah.
And you've met her.
Yeah, I met her a couple times when I went up there.
And but yeah, so I ain't been in a month. But when I'd go, I would always. Now they would know my drink. Now I'm looking at and seeing like, what else do they have up here?
It opened your mind a little bit,
yeah,
right?
it was never an option. Like
Yeah.
I walk in,
Yeah.
and they knew about what time I was walking in, and as soon as I sat down, they had a Crown Apple with cranberry.
Well, in my opinion, that's the fun thing about doing what we're doing, and people that are interested in bourbons and ryes, or if you're new or if you're experienced or whatever, being open-minded and starting to try new things to try to start getting those flavors out, and seeing what you might like or you might not like, and that's a good point, because now when I go in places, I look and see what they have.
Well, the first thing I do when I walk into a place, is I look up at the bar, and I look at the top shelf, and I mainly just walk in the bar and be like, well, they ain't got. Their bar don't look nothing like Adams. Honestly, wherever I go, I compare every bar to your bar downstairs.
Well, okay.
And I'm like, I might as well just went to Adams and grilled a steak.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to cook one.
A lot cheaper.
So that's a good point. I think what we'll do next time is, now that we've gotten into this a little bit, and you're starting, I'm proud of you for being able to starting to bring out these flavors a little bit, because when we first started, you even said, you're like, it all tastes the same, it's hot or it's not hot. Now as you're starting to taste these different notes,
I'll never spend that kind of money on the big stuff.
Well, but you may, though. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm not. There's no way. Like, for instance, I don't mind splurging.
Yeah,
I splurge.
for sure. Yeah,
I splurge more than anybody.
I agree. Yeah, you don't mind splurging,
but at the same time, you have 4 cigars down there that are $2,000 cigars, right? Like each. I'm not talking about like. But I'm not, and they were given to you, or you bought them, or whatever. Like, I'm going to smoke a $3 cigar. I'm not like I don't.
Well, there are those times, though. There are those times. Even me.
There's not one time that I'm going to smoke a $2,000 cigar.
Well, but
I don't care. No, there's not.
But what
I don't care. I don't care if XRP jumps up to $10,000.
We will smoke those cigars.
I will not.
I will give you one of those cigars, and we'll smoke it.
Okay, but like. I will never spend that kind of money on one.
We'll just go buy more at that point.
I'm.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like Bitcoin just hit an all-time high tonight, and you were like, "Whoa!" And
yes,
it's. I don't care. I don't care if I'm worth $1 billion. I'm not gonna spend $2,000 on a cigar or $2,000 on a bottle of. Like, it doesn't mean that much to me.
Well, and that's
as good as it is in taste.
Yeah,
like.
100% great point. It really is. But listen, you know me, and I am.
Yeah, I know you.
I am way more. I call it thrifty, so we'll just call it thrifty.
I call it frugal. You're frugal.
Yeah, than you are. I'm way more frugal than you are. But you see some of the bottles that I have, and it's crazy to me, because I never thought that I would do that either.
I don't think I've ever seen you spend money.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You, I know you do, but like when we go somewhere, it's like. You'll order but I don't honestly remember us going out.
Yeah.
And it like we go somewhere and you know somebody and they give you something, or they did, and it's and I'm like.
Well, yeah, that's a good point, and it's a little bit.
But then I walk down there and I see like.
It's a little different nowadays, God's blessed me, and I'm very appreciative, and as I have gone through these years, I've learned that money is not everything, man. And God taught me that. He taught me.
You used to like. It is crazy. I've always been done okay for myself, and for the longest, I won't say always, but for the longest time, like I've never worried about money. I've never cared about it. right? Like, you can make it. I've always worried about how to make it.
Mm,
Does that make sense?
sure.
And you've always pinched every penny.
I've worried about how to keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can't take it with you.
Yeah, but you can pass it on. But what I was saying, that leads me into this. Even though as frugal and as thrifty as I am, as you start,
Like, you would look for a coupon for a daggum
yeah,
McFlurry.
100%. And Rex Norton,
The McFlurries on run.
Yeah. Rex. Speaking of Rex, I talked to him the other day, and
How's he doing?
he is great. Rex, I love Rex. He is one of the best guys I've ever met. He's one of my best friends as well. We went to kindergarten together.
The energy that he puts off is...
Rex is an amazing person. He is he's like Dynast. He's one of the most upbeat, positive people you'll ever meet, and he's always that way. And he's one of the best people you'd ever want to be around. He's just a great guy. But anyway,
Do you remember when we shot that video?
yeah, Rex. So Rex is a country music artist. Did very well for himself up in Nashville. We did a country music video.
Oh my God!
Locally here in town. Had a great time.
You
were the bartender.
I was
in
the
that.
bartender,
Yeah.
and yeah,
We had a great time, didn't we?
I have never in my life laughed so hard and drank so early in the morning.
Speaking of laughing hard, you can't laugh any harder, and I'll just say it, even though I was in it, than those videos that Rex and I did when we went to Nashville.
I was pissed that he took them down. Like,
Yeah.
I was showing everybody.
Dude.
Talking about the daggum McFlurry machine on run.
Those were some of the funniest videos I've ever seen.
And he's sitting there talking about the Ford Focus, and
it
was a Ford Fusion, or it was
Rex,
vice versa.
I said, Rex, are you sure we're in a Ford Focus?
Yeah.
I said, Rex, I think it's a Ford Fusion. And did you remember when we got stuck on the curb one time?
Yes.
Man, we had some great times. But anyway, that being said, Rex is going to come on the podcast.
Is he?
He's going to come on.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh!
And we're going to have.
We're gonna have to make that a weekend.
We're going to have a.
Can we do?
time.
Can we do that in Nashville?
Maybe. I mean, that would be great.
Like,
That would be great.
or do it in Vegas?
We cannot do it in Vegas, but we can do it in Nashville. Rex could show us around. We went up a few times and did some recordings, but that guy, I love Rex. He has been there for me. And speaking of, I do want to make a point of this. So I don't know if you know this, but going back to Patriot Pride, when Ryan passed away, I called Rex and let him know. Rex rented a studio himself and recorded and dedicated a song to Ryan, sent it to me all within like a week so that we could play at Ryan's at Ryan's funeral. Yeah, Rex is one of the best people you'll ever want to meet. But I don't mean to cut you off. But that being said, he's actually cutting a song for Patriot Pride currently.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's a song that he wrote, and it's called Something Straight. And if you grew up listening to country music, just how talented he is. And luckily, like I said, I've been blessed to be around. One of my closest friends is Colt Ford, right?
Yeah.
I actually, when Gavin Adcock was in middle school, I got to train Gavin.
And we're hopefully maybe,
I'm trying to. He's blowing up right now.
But hopefully we may be doing some stuff with Gavin as well.
Yeah,
hopefully.
I would. Yeah, Gavin is an amazing dude. He has a huge heart.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, so I've been around it a little bit.
Yeah.
And for the way Rex writes songs, like, he put 7 George Strait songs in Something Straight.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, and it flowed. It was like, what in the world?
And you know what's amazing is,
he took that daggone video down, and it, like,
he cut that song. I think we cut that song. He cut it back in, it was 2015, I think. 14 or 15.
Is that when we made the video?
That's when we made the video.
No way. It has not been that long.
But that being said, and we knew it was a hit. He knew it was a hit. I knew it was a hit. Rex is one of the most talented people ever. and one of the biggest hearted people ever. But anyway, but then, recently here, and I don't want to mess this up, but I think it was Scotty McCreery. He actually wrote a song about George Strait. It's called Damn Straight. And Rex's song, no offense, but all due respect, Scotty, if that's who it is, Rex's song is a million times better.
Dude.
Something Straight is a million times better.
The video, dude was phenomenal.
Yeah,
When we went to the concert in Franklin County,
Yep.
y'all had a concert.
We did, yeah. At Slowater.
Yeah.
Actually, did you know Daniel passed away that owned Slowater?
I did not.
Yeah, he passed away a couple years ago. But anyway, so hopefully Rex will be on here. And
dude he's probably one of my top 10 favorite, funniest people
he's
on earth. Especially when it gets y'all two together. Because then I can just sit back and just watch y'all just laugh. Like, straight up hilarious.
We had some fun times, man, on those trips that we cut a record. He cut a record. I was just there for support, but he cut one. It was a great record, man. I mean,
dude,
the songs on that record are unbelievable.
There was something road. What was it? The road he grew up on.
Wildcat Bridge
Road. Yeah.
Wildcat Bridge Road, Georgia Asphalt, Something Straight. He wrote a song called, and to me, that he never actually cut this song. And I'm trying my best to get him to cut it, because I wanted to reach out to Randy Owen. I know that's a big deal, but Randy Owen of Alabama, because I can see him singing the song. It's called "Strip Down," and I don't know if you've ever heard the song. And I'll play it for you. But that song called "Strip Down" is probably, in my opinion, the best song that Rex has ever written, and he never even cut it.
Something Straight. Still.
Something Straight's a good song. But
Do you remember when we went to Mel's and he brought his guitar and we took over the daggum karaoke that night?
Yeah, that was a long time ago, but yeah, I do remember that. That was probably 2013. That was so long ago, man. It's crazy how time flies.
Like, we had a blast.
Yeah, I think that was 2013. Crazy.
We literally took it over.
He did, yeah, because they don't know, but they have karaoke at Mel's, and they were up there having a great time.
And then all of a sudden, they were like,
an actual singer goes up there with his guitar
and just why did we even go out that night? Were we celebrating the release?
No, because it was in 13, so it was way before all that. But I don't remember exactly.
There was like a bunch of us.
Yeah, I can't exactly.
Jamie
remember.
was with us, wasn't he?
I don't remember who all was there. I just remember it was. We weren't even there for long,
No, we stayed
like 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes.
But while we were there, like, it was like, can you sing another? Can you sing another?
Yeah, they loved Rex. Everybody loves Rex, man.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's just a great guy. I mean, he's just all around. His whole family's that way, though. His mom, his dad, he's got two sisters. The whole family are just godly, unbelievable. Some of the best people you ever want to be around. So I can't wait for him to come on the show.
Yeah, me either.
So and maybe we'll do some vlog styles before. We'll go out to dinner or something. We'll do some vlog styles, and then we'll have an episode. So we'll have a good time. But anyway, back to this.
We were not going to McDonald's.
We may try to go get a McFlurry. You never know.
They're always on run.
He said, "Your machine's on run." He said, "Does that mean it's running or not?" Oh my Lord! It was
the YouTube videos that y'all made.
I'm gonna see if he'll send. I've got them somewhere because I'm the one to edit them. But if he'll send those to me, man, we
will post them.
We'll post those.
Like,
things. Yeah,
they're the funniest things.
They really are. They really are. There's 3 of them, and they really are some of the funniest things I've ever seen before.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
And then we did some outtakes. We did some outtakes on
and y'all got lost or something. Like, it was crazy.
There's no telling what we did, man. But anyway, so love you, Rex. Hope to see you soon.
The funniest one was when y'all were sitting at the restaurant and he always tries to plug products, right?
It was the royal jelly.
Yes, and he's like, it tastes like shit. He's like, it gives you so much energy, and it does this, and
He
it's
said,
like,
I got to be honest with you. It gives you all kind of energy, but it tastes like shit. I forgot about that one. That was actually the night. Now, that's funny. That was the night.
y'all were at Waffle House?
We were at Waffle House, and that was one of our last trips to Nashville. He had finished cutting the record. They were mixing and mastering it, and that's when I had met Mandy, my current wife, and so
Your current wife.
my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah. And so we had just met, and I was so excited to get back to her. And so we were going to stay that night. And we were.
how long have y'all been married now?
We've been married, so December will be 11 years. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Time flies, man. But so we were at Waffle House, and we were debating on staying. We were going to stay that night. And I was like, Rex, let's just get back. I was like, I'd rather just get on back. And he's like, you sure? And so we did that promo for Royal Jelly because he had never had it before. And you know me, going back to last week when we were talking, I try all kinds of different crazy stuff, man.
Oh,
And,
my gosh.
So I
and
was,
then he sets you up.
I was taking Royal Jelly. And so anyway, but you kind of crash on that stuff, honestly. It gives you immediate high. And it lasts for maybe 20 minutes, and then you kind of crash on it. So anyway, unfortunately,
And it tastes like shit.
I didn't know it at the time, but so he took it at the Waffle House. We decided to come back home. Not a good thing. He was driving. Literally, we were coming back. We hit 85. He was using every lane on 85. 5 lanes. He was using every lane from white line to white line. And I would wake up. I'm like, Rex, are you awake? He's like, huh? I'm like, Rex, you're driving. He's like, I know, I'm fine. I'm like, Rex, let's just pull over, man. Let's just get a room. He's like, no, man, we're going to make it. I'm like, I don't think we are going to make it, dude. So we rolled up at like 4:35 a.m. that morning, and he crashed on the couch. So a lot of people crashed on that couch.
That sounds about like that hunting trip we went on with Phil.
Yeah. We got to talk to Phil one time too. Phil's a veteran as well.
Yeah, most definitely.
So Phil's a good guy.
That son of a gun would just go missing for like 3 weeks.
Well, Phil had
He was pararescue.
Yeah, and he had some pretty high level security, right?
Yeah, like we were supposed to go to Georgia Florida game that one weekend, and all of a sudden, he's like, Phil was gone for like 3 weeks.
Phil's a good guy.
Phil's awesome.
Yeah, we talked to him a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can reconnect with him as well. But going back to the bourbon, so you like the second bourbon best, right?
Yes.
So I'll tell you, the first bourbon was the Buffalo Trace, right?
Okay.
And it's just like I said, your quintessential bourbon. Like when you think of a bourbon, just your regular old bourbon, that's it. Okay. So the second one was the Weller Special Reserve, the green label. So this is a wheated bourbon, and that flavor, that different flavor that you were tasting was the wheat. So it's got a higher composition of wheat in this than other.
Would that have to be 51%?
Still has to be 51% corn to be a bourbon.
But it has more bourbon than what normal would.
Has a higher level of wheat in it.
Right, but so how much would what is this made out of then?
And
right
while
here.
I'm on this, so this one's a 90 proof, the Special Reserve. I don't know. I can look them up. It's called the Mash Bill is what it's called, and it'll tell you the composition of everything that's in it, and I can look that up. But this one's just, they call it a wheater, so it's got more wheat in it than most of your normal bourbons do. So maybe you're a wheat guy. Maybe you like wheat. I'm not so much, but I do like this one.
I still like last week's better.
So you still like
Elijah Craig.
Toasted rye. Yeah, I like that a lot too. It's really good.
That's been my favorite so far.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the mixer,
that Sazerac is good. I gave you that again tonight, and that Sazerac, I gotta admit, I don't like the Sazerac, but when you mix it with Coke, it's a mixer, and that is a really good mixed drink.
Well, it's 10 times better than what it was last week.
Yeah, old Tub and old Granddad's not very good. So let's get what's called a thumbnail. Okay, so if you'll take your glass and hold it up.
Which one?
Either one of them. So let's just hold it up for a few seconds, and we'll get a thumbnail out of it. So just hold it up like this.
Okay.
And just hold it there for a second. Thanks. So we'll get a thumbnail out of that.
What is a thumbnail?
So a thumbnail is what your preview is on YouTube.
Gotcha. See, I don't know anything.
Yeah, that's
about
okay.
the
That's
YouTube.
good. So the people that are watching can learn all this stuff with us. So I'm still learning as well. So, but this
What was the clap for earlier that I was laughing at you about?
So I was clapping earlier. So as we have a separate audio track and a separate video track, right?
Okay.
So when I clap, when I go back to edit, it shows me
You
that.
can watch the video.
Well, it shows me a mark. So what you have to do in editing. So I edit everything. So in editing, you pull your video clip down and then you pull your audio clip down and it shows you your waveforms. Your audio waveforms, and so when you clap, it makes a real strong waveform, and so it allows me to be able to align them together and put the audio and the video.
So then that way you don't see
That way
our mouths talking and we really not saying anything.
Exactly. Yeah, kind of like the take, when they do in the movies and things.
Gotcha.
Like that. Yeah.
See, I'm trying to learn.
You're learning, man. Isn't it fun? We're having a good time, man.
I mean, I have fun doing all that stuff.
Editing is not the funnest thing in the world.
I would not edit.
It's
if it ain't CapCut, I'm not.
It's actually in CapCut. It's what I edit in.
Really?
Yeah, it's not bad.
See, with everything I do, I just put it in and it says add 3 pictures.
Well, you actually do a great job. Your videos are great. I have to tell you. You do a really good job.
It's all CapCut.
I'll let you edit this one then.
No. Absolutely not.
We got to do a live sometime soon.
Do a what?
A live.
We are live. What are you talking about?
An actual live.
We need to go you need to get a TikTok account.
Maybe you can set that up for us.
I mean,
you can set that up.
I didn't set mine up.
Well, we can get somebody to set it up for us.
I mean, I can find somebody to set it up.
I think I have I still have one. I don't know which account it is, but Patriot Pride does, but I don't use social media. But
yeah, you're not on social media.
Yeah, I'm not on social media at all, but it's okay.
But
anyway, but it's been fun tonight.
Yeah, most definitely.
This has been another great episode and an interesting one. And again, now you're not so much, unless it's a cold night, you may like the Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it being. I can finally see about when they're talking about alcohol will warm you up.
Right.
I could see that.
Yeah.
That the other, I couldn't see that kind of warming me up. I could see. Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know why people drink hard liquor when it's cold outside.
And even this one, the Special Reserve on ice, maybe on a warm day.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah.
I mean, not even on ice. It's more refreshing than the other.
That gives me a good idea. So maybe in a couple of future episodes, we can do some more what they call weeders. Because again, I'm not much into weeded bourbons, but that shows me that you may like weeded bourbon a little bit more than just your regular.
I try to stay in routine.
Yeah.
And I like what I like, and I don't care to expand necessarily unless it's for Patriot Pride, I guess.
Yeah, and we appreciate that. I think our next episode though, we're gonna do a higher end one, just for at least one, because I want to blind some higher end stuff. Because
don't you make? I tell you what you can do.
Yeah.
Why don't you do some higher end stuff with some lower end stuff and find out which my favorite is?
Right. That's what I think I'll do, because normally, honestly, with the higher end stuff, you can actually, as your palate starts getting used to this, and I think yours is now starting to get used to bringing the flavors out. On the higher end stuff, you can actually start tasting more flavors, because you got a lot of the higher end stuff. You got a lot more stuff going on. It's not just one flavor that kind of is there and then dies down.
What we need to do, and you're going to do that, and then I'm going to get you that peppermint stick with some lemonade.
Yeah, please get me a peppermint stick, because I have not been fortunate enough to have one.
I'm going to have to look that up.
And then what was the other thing that you just told me about? The peppermint stick that you use for straws.
Yeah. The candy cane.
Candy cane.
And then, back in school, like I was in middle school and stuff, we would have, they were cinnamon hot. They were like hot. We called them hot sticks, and it was a little wooden toothpick that was dipped in like some type of cinnamon, and the wood absorbed the cinnamon.
In Franklin County, we didn't even have toothpicks. much less flavored ones.
Y'all don't have class reunions. Y'all don't have.
We got to get with the program in Franklin County.
Like, I'm sure y'all do now.
Probably not. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
I'm gonna look this up.
I got to get with some of the city council members at Franklin
You
County.
got to get with something.
I got to get with Mr. Roach.
Oh.
Talk to my cousin Jamie. He knows all of them. We got to step on
Is
Jamie.
he still live up there?
I'm so proud of Jamie. Actually, he actually just got he's moving into his first actual home tomorrow. They purchased a home. I'm so thankful and happy and grateful for him.
Hot cinnamon toothpaste.
Such a great guy. Yeah, we didn't have those, Mike. I don't think
They didn't look like that. They were just clear, and they just had the sticks in them. But that
looks fancy.
It wasn't fancy.
We didn't have them. Rex and I didn't have those. I can tell you that. I'll tell you.
You talk about it be 800 toothpicks.
Dang. Did you hear me tell you?
Was $13.
So Rex and I went to kindergarten together. That's how far back we go.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how far back we go. So great guy. Anyway,
what you got coming up this coming up week?
I got to go get the all of the rubs and the sauces. Got to go back up to the co-packer and pick those up. Got to go back and see Byron again. Want to shout out to Byron Blanco with G&M Embroidery. A couple more things I got to go pick up from him. Thanks for sponsoring this video, Byron. We really appreciate it. If you guys are in need of any embroidery, any screen printing, Byron Blanco, they do a great job. Again, G&M Embroidery in Bogart, Georgia. So please go check them out. They are great. So they do a great job. Yeah, he does a great job. I was very impressed. This is 3D embroidery. It's hard to get good 3D embroidery, and he did the screen print on these shirts. So very thankful for that. So I appreciate everything. It's been another fun episode. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, please check us out on social media, or not social media, but on our podcast.
Yeah, because he's not on social.
Not on social media, but on Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, and Spotify. YouTube, if you're watching here. Again, the most important thing that you guys can do for us is subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video. Again, if you know people that you may think would like this, share the link. Let them know to please like the video as well and subscribe, and go to www.patriotprideusa.org. You can find all of our merch there. Again, you can find out what we're all about. You can tell us your story, and you can actually get a chance to come on the episode, tell your story, and help other people out. That's the reason that I actually wanted to start this podcast, was so that veterans could come on the podcast, again, that have gone through things in life, and tell their story and help other people that are going through those things now in order to help them through that. Because a lot of times people think that, they may think that they're the only one going through it, and they don't know how to get through those things. But if other people can let them know, hey, I've been through that too, you're not the only one, and these are the things that I did to get through it, they're helping people out. And that's what veterans love to do, is help others out. So please, if you hear us, if you see us, if you want to tell your story, please come on. Go to the link, give us your story, get the opportunity to come on here and help other people out, please. That's what we're all about. And again, if you want to help out, if you want to donate in any way, there's links there. And if you want to get any merch, there's links to all the merch on our website. So again, www.patriotprideusa.org. Mike, you got anything else?
I don't.
All right, man. Well, thanks again. It's been a great episode.
I enjoyed it.
We've learned tonight that you like wheated bourbons, right? Buffalo Trace is good. I really like all of Buffalo Trace bourbons.
I like this when it's like cold.
Like that when it's cold.
Now I could see myself drinking that when it's cold. It's not bad.
And this is
I
refreshing.
really, yeah, that's refreshing.
So next episode, I think we're going to do some higher end stuff, and then maybe after that, we'll try some more weeders and see if in fact you do like. See if in fact
we're gonna try some more
weeders. Yeah. See if in fact you do like weeded bourbons. All right. So
Sounds
thanks a
good.
lot.
Most definitely.
Hope you guys have a great week. And until the next episode, we appreciate you. And again, please subscribe and like the channel. See you next time.
See ya.